Before we assemble this, we need to do some sanding. Again, where these tenons are at and the little wedges, we'll get those all grinded down flat everywhere. And I would also go ahead and take some time and just get these just kind of pre-sanded, getting all the softened corners. It'll be a lot easier to do this now before we assemble this together. I just come over to my edge sander here, this horizontal belt sander, and just bump these on there. You want to be careful not to press too hard. Don't want to burn it, but we're just going to grind those little wedges down and just get any glue or other things off just on that horizontal belt sander. Take time on this and just make sure it looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and just get all the surfaces all sanded up. I'm just going to use some 150 grit on this. Later we'll hit it some 220 and smooth it up even better, but we're just kind of getting all the glue smudges off, all the pencil marks, burn marks, sharp corners, and just make these things look really nice. And don't forget to get your little stretchers here as well. This is the side stretchers. Now we're going to do a dry fit. This is really important that we do this with no glue first. We want to make sure everything's lined up right, everything's going to fit together right. I'm even going to throw some clamps on this and just check it before we actually glue it. And if I just stand it up right here, throw some clamps on here, get some good pressure on it. And when you're doing this, we want to be careful not to crush it, but we do want these side stretchers to actually bottom out in those holes there. So once I get all these clamps on here, I'm going to get a little tape measure and just adjust it and make sure that these are all the same for left side, right side. If you need to tighten those up, you can, but this looks good. So we're ready to do our actual glue up. When we do glue this up, we got to be careful not to put too much glue in these holes here. It's going to squeeze out everywhere if you put too much in, but we do want to get a little bit of glue coverage on the dowels here, just these ends. Wipe it around everywhere, get them all facing the same way, and on that little front legs here, a little bit there as well. And you want to work quickly on this. We also want to make sure we're not sloppy, that it's dripping everywhere. And again, I like to stand this upright when I'm doing this, throw these clamps on here. And when I did this, I noticed that some glue did squeeze out, and maybe I did put a little bit too much on, but we'll just wipe that up in a little bit when it's all connected here really tight. Again, measuring it, make sure it's all the same. Take some time, wipe up any glue. I mean, we already did some sanding on this, and if that glue's squeezing out, I just get a wet paper towel and just scrub it all up. Our next thing we're going to do is make these arms, and a few things on these. We'll just cut out a pattern to get that shape, but then we're also going to add a little bit thicker part here for a little kind of a handhold, and so we'll show how to do that as well. So we'll go ahead and get our arms made next. We'll go ahead and get that arm pattern and just trace it on your boards here. And when we do this, again, just make sure things are lined up nice and straight so you don't have to do as much cutting. And we'll go to the bandsaw. Remember to leave your line. We always want to cut away from our line a little bit, and we'll sand it down to the line. These are just going to notch out nice and square. And then on this part again, just leave your line. We can always sand it down to it. And when we go to do the end of this arm here, we're going to have to make sure we do this in one continuous cut right here. Don't back up, try not to do relief cuts or anything, because we're going to save that little piece and connect it on underneath there. So just do a nice gentle curve. This part here, we're going to go ahead and just sand it a little bit, get it all smoothed up, because this is going to get glued on underneath the arm, and it's just an easier way to sand it now. And then we're going to go ahead and round over some parts on here. So I just have a 1/4 inch round over. Again, making sure my grain is going to be matching up for which arm it's going to be using. And for this, it just has this little ball bearing that's going to follow that. But I do like to throw a clamp on this board so I'm not holding the board with my hands. Keep my hands away from that bit. And we're just going to go one edge on this. Just run it across that little 1/4 inch round over. Get that bottom edge rounded. Throw my next one on here. Do the same thing. Again, just keep it flat. Use a clamp. That way you can keep your hands out of the way. And we'll just get that rounded over. Now these are a little thick. If you want to leave them thick, we can, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut these down a little bit thinner. I'm just going to go to the bandsaw and just kind of resaw this in half because I don't want it to be a 3/4 inch thick part here. We're just going to rip it right in half here on the bandsaw, and I've got it about 3/8 thick is what I'm cutting. Just watch your hands. Keep them out of the way. We'll just go ahead and cut each one. And again, we're saving the part that has the rounded over edge on there. So take your time, nice and straight. Get those hands out of the way on the bandsaw. Now we'll go ahead and just get the face of that cleaned up a little bit. We've got our vertical belt sander just those bandsaw marks. Sometimes they don't glue as well, so we'll just clean up that face nice and flat before we glue these on. Again, just watch your fingers, keep them out of the way. Now I'm making sure I use the right one. I'm trying to get that grain to match up, and what I'm doing now is I'm just going to have this be about 1/2 of an inch back. So I've just put a little mark about 1/2 inch on each side. I can line that up, trace this front side. That way I know where to put the glue. We don't need to cover the whole board in glue. So we're just, again, 1/2 of an inch back, mark it, line it up, and then the glue is just going to go where that little line was at. So just about 1/2 of an inch is all. If you want to go farther back, you can, but I feel like 1/2 inch is a good measurement for when you wrap your hand around. You just want to be careful when you're gluing this up also that you don't put too much glue on that it squeezes out everywhere, and so just get a decent amount coverage and line up that line that you marked, get it all flush on the edges, take your time with this, make sure it's right, perfect, and then clamp pressure, get it pretty firm. You want it nice and tight, no gaps or anything like that as well. So we'll go ahead and get the other one glued up real quick, and just being careful to put glue just up to the line when we do this. And one other thing to be aware of is we want to make sure we make a left side and a right side. So make sure that when you're putting this on, we don't have this on the bottom side on one, on the top side on the other. So we want to make sure we have a left arm and a right arm. So really be aware of where you're clamping that. And we'll get these all glued up, clamped up, let these dry for at least a 1/2 hour or more, and then we can trim off that little extra part there. And again, if there's any glue squeezing out, I would do, before it even dries, try to wipe it up, get a wet paper towel or something to just get all that glue squeeze out. Okay, we've let that dry. Now we're just going to trim off any excess on the bandsaw. I'm just trying to be careful not to cut into the actual arm. We're leaving a little bit there, but just removing the bulk of material here on the bandsaw. And then after we trim this off, nice and clean, really close, we can just bump it on a sander. And you can use the disc sander here like I'm showing. You can use a vertical belt sander, something that just kind of sand it right down to your line. Careful not to reshape this too much, but we're just getting it so there's no overhang anymore on these arms. And you can use either the spindle sander or maybe this part on the horizontal belt sander where it wraps around to get some of these inner curves and get the outer edges here sanded as well. Remember, we traced our pattern and we bandsawed it out, left our line. Now we're going to sand it exactly down to our line on all sides on that. Go ahead and head back to that 1/4 inch roundover bit, and this is where we're going to be adding a little roundover edge to these arms on all the surfaces. And with that little lip that we already glued on here, we're not going to be able to get everything, so we're going to get all the surfaces we can get on this 1/4 inch, and then we'll get a hand router and get the rest of it. But take your time on this, make it nice and rounded over. So here we got the little hand router trying to get the edges where had a harder time with that little lip that couldn't get on the table router. So go ahead and get all these edges rounded up. We need to take our arms now and just get them lined up where we want them, and we're going to be adding a little mortise or notch here for the leg to attach, and we're also going to get it figured out where it goes right here. Now this process, you need to make sure we just get it lined up exactly where we want, and we're going to trace this leg on here in a little bit. But get this nice and perfect there. And then over here, we're going to make sure that it's down tight. And if there's a gap, we need to make sure this is held really flat and tight. And then over on this side, we're going to get our distance from our edge of our arm to the leg to be 3/4 of an inch. So right now it's way too big. I'm going to slide it over, measure that to 3/4 sticking out, and then I'm going to trace that leg. So we'll go ahead and get our tape measure, get that distance of 3/4 of an inch, and then held really firm, and we'll just take a good sharp pencil and just trace where the leg is hitting underneath the arm. And when you do this again, just make sure it doesn't move on you and it's all right in the same spot. So we got that one done. Let's go ahead and get the other side here. And if you have a helper with this, it might be easier to have them hold things while you're measuring and marking it. But again, just make sure it's nice and firm and trace that leg right where it lines up. Now once we have it traced, we're going to find the very center of this. We're going to head over to the CNC machine a little bit and notch this out. But you need to find that center right in the very middle of that. Put a little mark. And then I also like to get a little drill bit, maybe an 1/8 inch drill bit or something like that, and we're just going to drill that all the way through. That way when we do the opposite side on the top, we can line it up exactly above where this bottom one's at. And so we're going to recess out a little bit on the bottom and the top. On that CNC machine, let's get our boards mounted. The main thing is we keep these boards nice and straight where you drew that little rectangle, tracing that. Get them clamped on nice and firm, and then we're just going to get our CNC machine zeroed out right on that little hole that we drilled. Get your X and Y zeroed out, and then we'll get your smart tool set up for your Z and just get it all centered, lined up, because you can clamp this anywhere you want on the CNC table. We just want to make sure it's lined up and the machine is told where that center is at. Once we get that zeroed out, again, you do that, click on the X and Y, then we're going to load the code, and this one's called armhole on that rocking chair folder. We'll open that one up, and then we'll hit cycle start and go ahead and just carve out our little recess, and this is only about 1/8 of an inch deep, maybe even a little bit less than that. We'll move it over to the next one, zero out your X and Y, click on them, and then hit cycle start. We should not have to do any with the Z because it's the same thickness, and we'll go ahead and carve out the same thing on this other arm. And then once that finishes, we're going to go ahead and flip these boards over, get that CNC machine out of the way, unclamp your boards, and when we flip these, because you have those pieces on there on the front, just hang it over the edge of the bench top there. That way we can have this sit nice and flat and tight, and just be aware that your clamps are not going to be in an area where it's going to cut into the clamp. We'll get them on here, and you should have that little 1/8 inch hole that we drilled, and that's what we are going to be lining up our X and Y zeroed out right at that spot there. So again, just right above your mark, click on the X, click on the Y, it'll reset it. Again, your Z should be the same. It's the same thickness. Just hit cycle start, and we'll get this one cut out, move it over to the other one, zero out your X and Y, and then cycle start, and we'll go ahead and cut all these little notches out. You'll notice when you try to attach this, these have rounded corners because the CNC bit was round, but yet our leg has pretty square corners here. So we're gonna need to round over these corners of the leg and maybe sand just a little bit, or we could chisel these square in order for that to fit. So if we try to put that on there, it just is really close, but those corners are getting in the way. So we'll take a little bit of time, sand, and round over those corners and get this to fit right on there. And you can do this multiple ways. I've just got a little hand router with a little 1/4 inch round over bit here and just rounding over those corners there. We could also just sand these round and just smooth them up until they fit. But you know, just kind of round over the sander here, get those corners. You want to be careful not to be too aggressive and take too much off, but let's just get those corners so they fit and do a little bit of touch-up sanding, routing, and check it every so often to see if it fits. We want it to just fit nice and perfect. As we put it on there, it should kind of almost just snap right in there, just fit right on. That one looks like it fit just great. Get this other one, check it. If you need to round more or sand more, you can, but we'll just get those both to fit. Okay, a little bit of sanding, rounding corners. We got it to fit nice and perfect on there, and it just kind of seats down in. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this attached. We need to just make sure this is gonna line up. If this is coming away at all, we'll keep it really tight. If we need to modify this joint, we can. And we're going to get both of them nice and flat and even and make sure they're the same height. So if one of them is sticking up a little higher than the other, we've gotta just make sure it's all lined up perfect. So if these are tight and flat, then these should be both the same height, but we're gonna double check that before we attach these. We're gonna pre-drill a hole right here on the side of the arm. Just center it right in the middle of that leg there and middle of the arm, put a little mark. And I just take a little countersink drill bit, but we do wanna drill this pretty deep. We're gonna be putting a plug in here to cover this screw up later. And you wanna make sure this stays nice and straight. Don't drill at an angle. So again, make sure you go deep enough that we can fill that with a plug. Then on this one here, we're just gonna go ahead and just maybe get 2 screws, maybe one here and then another one on an angle. Just 2 is plenty. And we're going to pre-drill and countersink those as well. So the head of the screw goes down just a little bit. We're not going to go as deep as we did on the end here because we're not really filling it with the plug. Just make sure the head of the screws go down enough that our cap will cover everything. And I go ahead and put some glue on this. Not a ton, but just smear some around there so it covers there. With the glue and the screw, it's going to be held on there nice and firm and be a lot better. Be careful when you line it back up. Don't smear that glue everywhere, but we'll just get it pressed nice and firm. And I take some 1 5/8" screws. You could use 1 1/4", whatever length you want to use here, but 1 5/8" works for me. And I just go ahead and suck these down nice and tight on those arms there. And then when you're getting ready to attach the other part of the arm, I use those same 1 5/8" screws. Those should be long enough to go into that arm and through the leg there without poking out the other side. And we'll repeat the same on the other side. Try not to smear the glue so it drips everywhere, but just get a little bit of coverage, line it up, and let's screw it on. All right, there we go. We got it all attached, those arms. They're nice and firm on there. And again, these parts here, we're going to put a plug in there later to cover that up. Looking good.